a pregnant deer was walking through the forest. The labor pain grew, and the deer almost reached the point of giving birth to a fawn. Suddenly, dark clouds covered the sky, and there was a streak of lightning, and that lightning ignited one of the trees very close to the deer, and a forest fire began. The deer was in great anxiety, and then suddenly the deer looked on the right and found a hunter pointing his arrow straight at the deer, about to strike the deer dead. The deer thought, okay, let me turn towards the left. When the deer turned to the left, the deer saw a huge lion with its mouth gaping open, very eager to devour the deer for his lunch. The deer saw that there are only problems in all the directions. It was a hopeless situation, but the deer did not give up hope. The deer thought, at this moment, my young child within my womb is dependent upon me. It is my duty to focus on delivering my fawn. And the deer simply focused on that. A young, beautiful fawn was born. And the deer and the fawn were perfectly safe. Nothing happened to them. And you may wonder, what? What about the forest fire? What about the hunter? What about the lion? And so what happened was, as the deer had the possibility of getting depressed and distracted by all the calamities, the deer refused to lose hope, and the deer focused on giving birth to the fawn. And as the deer was giving birth to the fawn, at that very moment, the clouds struck lightning, and that lightning bolt hit the hunter. And as the hunter released the arrow, his hands were shaken a little bit because of him being hit by the thunderbolt. The hunter fell on the ground unconscious. The arrow zipped past the deer and hit the lion, and the lion fell on the ground dead. And suddenly there was a cloud burst, and the thick dark clouds poured heavy rain, which doused the forest fire. And in this way, the deer, along with its fawn, was perfectly safe. Dear friends, many times we are also caught in the situation like this pregnant deer. We have so many plans which are eager to take birth. We are also eager to give birth to those plans, projects, dreams, ambitions. But we have to go through that labor pain. And as we are struggling to give birth to those dreams and ambitions and plans, we are surrounded by what seems to be an endless cycle and circle of problems, which makes the entire process of giving birth to those plans almost impossible. At that moment, let us simply focus on what we can do and not what we cannot do. Let us focus on the circle of our influence and not on the circle of concerns. And therefore Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhu matri sangotsva karmani. We should try to do what we can. Karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Be attached to perform your duty. Do not be attached to your results. Ma karma phala heturbhu. You should not be attached to the results, because there are various causes which are going to be playing a major role in making the results effective. Do not claim credit for the results, because we simply can make our plans and our desires. But the Supreme Lord sanctions those desires, and the material nature facilitates those desires. Let us understand the limits and boundaries of what we can accomplish. Let us remain absorbed in those thoughts. Try your best and leave the rest to Krishna.